Bandwidth for all shows on the Aussie Tech Heads network is supplied by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting. For a fast, affordable and reliable Australian server with fantastic support, contact Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting at aussietechheads.com.au. Aussie Tech Heads, Australia's best hosting service.
Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads. This is episode 355. And what is the date today? It's the 22nd of August, 2013. We've got another great big show for you tonight. Lots of news and we might chuck in a couple of views. I know some of the guys have got a few views and something going on with TV1 on Foxtel. Oh, I can't wait to hear that story because I never saw that. That was pulled out by one of the other co-hosts hanging around here. We'll get to them just in a minute. But before, we've got to say that the Aussie Tech Heads is brought to you by the Aussie Tech Heads hosting, and you can find the hosting at athwebhosting.com.au. Now, if you're looking for a professional little web host to host your little or big business site or personal blog or whatever, comes with cPanel, and we all love cPanel, and I know someone on this panel loves cPanel. There's a lot of panels, but it's good.
Yes.
It's
cPanel, run panel, run.
there's a lot of good stuff you can do with the cPanel, in not as much as you like, including installing WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, or any other of the 200 or so installation programs that you may want to use, whatever
Modules.
Yeah, that sort of thing. All right. Well, you've heard their voices. Let's have a look and see who's hanging around this weekend. Because Shane's on the screen, we'll go to Shane first. How you doing, Shane?
I'm good, Glenn. How are we? How are you all? How are we, everyone?
Yes, very, very good. And I tell you, it has been 1 degree here this morning. What's it been like over there in sunny Perth? Chilly Perth. Has it been as cold as here?
It's been a little bit cool in the mornings, but yeah, the days have been really good. The days have been sort of mid-20s all week. I don't think there's any rain on the rise or anything.
Yeah, well, the days are all right. We get up to about 23. I couldn't believe I just got out of bed this morning. Whew, 1. And I know all you down in Melbourne and Canberra, you're going, yeah, drink a cup of cement. All right, and also on the show tonight we got Warlock. How you doing, Warlock?
Hey, how's it going, Glenn?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. And Sydney be chilly as well.
Back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Early mornings, always freezing cold. In fact, a couple of days ago when I was getting ready to go to work, the windscreen had a bit of frost on it, so I thought I'll just give that a bit of a wash with a hose, and I turned on the hose and all this ice came out of it onto the windscreen. So
oh, dear.
That didn't really help much.
Never
had the hose actually get frozen, though.
No, I haven't experienced that either. I know I used to live down in Albury there, and I knew the temperature, I was there for a year. The temperature in the winter, I think, got down to about -5. And I think it got to about 5 in the day. So chilly down there. So hard to everyone down there in that region. All right, let's get stuck into some stories, eh? But first, we've got to go over to Shane, who's got This Week in Tech History. What's happened this week all those years ago, Shane? Can you rattle some off for us, please?
I will rattle some off. I'm going to do quite a few tonight because it seems to be quite tech-focused this week. August 17, 1944, Larry Allison was born in the Bronx, New York City. 9 months after contracting pneumonia, he was taken to Chicago to be raised by his aunt and uncle. He grew up to drop out of college, moved to Berkeley, and co-founded Software Development Labs, one of the most successful corporations in history. Today, it's known as Oracle.
Oh, well, there you go. 1944, eh? Interesting.
Yeah, 1944, yep. And he dropped out of uni.
Yeah, right. I didn't go to uni.
Where am I going to go next?
That's probably what happened.
Here we go. August 18, 1947. 8 years after William Hewlett and David Packard. David Packard founded it. Hewlett Packard was officially incorporated.
It's amazing, isn't it, really, when you think about how old these tech companies are. Well, you know, the first PC, what come onto the scene, well, what was it, IBM around about, 1987, 88, around that sort of era. And then, but you've got all these tech companies, like, founded in, when did you say? That doesn't say when it was founded, just when they were born.
1947. It was 8 years after it was, so 1939 it started.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, next one.
Yeah, and was working there
Oh, really?
Was he?
Was he?
at HP. Yep.
Was he?
He offered they offered him a computer first because he was working for them, and it was part of his contract that anything that he created should be first offered to HP, and they said no, nobody wants one of those computer things, get rid of it. So he went off and founded Apple with Steve Jobs instead.
Well, that's right. That must go down with one of the best quotes. Who would need anything more than 512K? Or so, whatever it was, 540 meg or something, whatever. Bill Gates it was, wasn't it? What did he say? Who will ever need more than 512K of base memory?
640K.
640K base memory. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Windows 8 might. All right, next one.
August 20, 1970, John Cormack was born in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. He would grow up to co-found ID Software and bring the world Doom, Wolfenstein, and Quake.
Oh, good stuff. We spoke about Wolfenstein a little while ago, but I tell you, I've got another story tonight about Minecraft. So stay tuned for that one because I know.
I'm just going to do one more person who was born. There's a couple of other stories down the bottom, but this person we all know. August 21, 1973. So he's the same age as me, roughly. Sergey Brin was born in Moscow. His family immigrated to the US in 1979. He would grow up to develop a search engine with Larry Page and co-found Google. That's a name that we all know.
And August 23rd, last year, Microsoft unveiled a new logo for the first time in 25 years. You will know it if you look on the front of your Windows 8 box, opting for simple squares of colour and block type with an overlapping F and T. What? Overlapping F and T.
In the word Microsoft.
That's right. Yeah, you F and T. All right. let's
I prefer coffee myself, no, that F and T.
That's right. Now, away with ye. All right, now, we spoke about earlier a couple of weeks ago, Queensland Health and all the, I was going to say crap, but yeah, it is crap that they've been going through of late, you know. And I'm sure if you've been listening to the show, you know all about it. And if you live in Queensland, you do especially know all about it. But the Queensland Health begins planning a new payroll system. Can you believe it? The Queensland government has accepted all 4 recommendations of the Commission of Inquiry into the failed Queensland Health payroll replacement and is already well on track to see them implemented. One of the recommendation calls upon the state to immediately commence planning for the replacement of the $1.2 billion IBM built system. Which was in fact
use Excel, are they?
Yeah, they might. They might have a better go.
Microsoft Access.
Yeah, Lotus Notes just wasn't cutting it. So the IBM was a replacement for the Lattice system that was previously relied upon. So there you go. It's just a debacle, isn't it? It's just out of control. All right, Shane.
Shambles.
It's a shambles. What do you got, Shane?
A bloody shambles.
Someone should blow health department IBMs up. Where are you taking us, Shane?
Am I going to keep going? Am I? All right, cool. I'm not used to getting all this attention. We're going to go with Travelers Beware. Google Play might delete all your books. It's a story basically about some guy who went overseas and he went to Singapore, I believe. The article goes on to say. And because he went to a country that his books weren't allowed to be sold in, Google Play basically said, okay, well, you're in a country that these books aren't supposed to be in, so I'm just going to automatically uninstall them from your device.
Wow. That's not nice. That's, look, I wouldn't like that. He must have gone, well, what sort of books were they, does it say? Like, or were they like
it says Google Play Books app on his iPad had up and deleted all his ebooks. You see, Google Play Store doesn't operate in Singapore. So it was the whole Google Play Store itself. Google Play books aren't available in Singapore, so obviously it's not going to sell people who are there. But apparently the DRM goes one step further and can and will actually delete your stuff if it catches you visiting the wrong part of the town or world.
So I guess
No,
though,
no more Harry Potter or Twilight for him, and 50 Shades of Grey, I guess.
oh
Yeah.
no! So I suppose that if he goes back to home, back to America, wherever he came from, that they would just re-download. I'm sure that's how it would work. But
Yeah, I think
that's not
what
very
actually
good, is
happened.
it?
It apparently does say in Google's terms and conditions clearly state in certain cases, for example, if Google loses the relevant rights, discontinues a service or product, is discontinued, breaches applicable terms of the law, Google may remove from your device or cease providing you with access to certain products that you have purchased.
Yeah, that's not
Now
very
he's going to
good.
go to Angus and Robertson and go buy them all in paperback and go, screw you, man.
Well, that's right. That's the thing, because if they were in paperback, he could have taken them overseas with him and taken them into Singapore, because I don't think they'd be banning a certain amount of books. Not like he was going to China or anything like that, with down with Tiananmen Square or whatever plastered all over his covers. But anyway, that's interesting. It's just another step of your rights, I suppose, are once eroded away. Yet another step, little by little, and the curse of DRM. It's the scourge gets everyone, doesn't it? At some time.
Bloody shambles.
It is. Now, look, you might be wondering, where is Eric and where is Will? Well, they're away tonight, this week, so they should be back next week. So don't sweat. You can still send them emails, Eric or Will at aussietechheads.com.au, and also the aussietechradio.com. That's 24/7 wall-to-wall tech podcast. So aussietechradio.com. You can get that from going to that website and have a look at the instructions, or go to your Android or iPhone, iPad, iOS device and download a Shoutcast app and search for Aussie Tech Heads and you'll find it. So there you go. Shows reset Thursdays nights. So might as well call it Fridays. I was going to go somewhere else, but I forgot where I was going. Let's go to see Warlock. What's he got going this week? Well, you got cooking.
Well, Samsung Galaxy Gear smartwatch is going to be due on the 4th of September. We haven't got enough watches that are going to be smartwatches, so it's time to throw another one in there. The new device will arrive on 4th September, according to reports, along with an updated Galaxy Note 3.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, according to specs leaked, it's going to run on Android, feature 2.5-inch OLED display, a 320 by 320 resolution display, dual-core 1.5 gig processor, 1 gig RAM, and 2 megapixel camera, and lengthy battery life. And apparently Bluetooth and NFC in there. So interesting to see how that goes. I guess Google people get the Samsung one, and Apple people will get the iWatch, and never the twain shall meet. So you won't be switching devices too soon then, because if you go from Apple to Google, you're going to have to buy a new watch.
That's right.
So is that going to be released here in Australia on that date?
Doubtful.
I'd say
Probably sometime after.
So it's due September 4, but that's not a due out to buy. That'd be just a launch, wouldn't it be?
You would expect something like that.
But it does say, the story does go along the lines of it will arrive, but maybe the launch will arrive. Maybe something like that. Now, those of you that watch us in the lounge, thank you very much. You have been watching us at aussietechheads.com.au/live. And maybe, if all goes well, because as you know, this episode is actually being streamed live via YouTube tonight. We finally got our 100, so thank you everyone that subscribed to the YouTube account, and it allows us now to go out live on YouTube. So I'm told, because I haven't actually watched myself like on the stream, if you know what I mean, as I'm doing it, but I'm told by my learned colleagues here that if you go to youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads, when we are live, the live show will appear as the what to watch next item up there at the top. So it's all nice and in your face if you want to see us live. So why not? Sometime down the track I will embed it into the webpage as best I can. So you can still use the aussietechheads.com.au/live. If I can't embed it, I'm sure you'll be sure that I put a link in there. Okie dokie. And but keep that in mind and do it. All right, snuggle up because it's cold. Now, the Liberal National Party to revisit number plate scanning. I didn't know they'd been there before. But the coalition plans to resurrect a proposal to roll out automated number plate recognition, or ANPR. Government, they love their little acronyms, don't they? Hey, ANPR.
And their surveillance.
And what? And their surveillance. Oh, yeah, they love that. Now, in a bid to track the movement. Now, this is where I thought this is why I put this story in, because it got a bit crazy. In a bid to track the movements of criminals and gangsters near airports and waterways. So, like, as I read that story, I'm going, gangsters, they've got to make sure their car's registered first, haven't they, before they drive it? Oh, they're stupid. So, like, obviously, gangsters, criminals and the like. What about a stolen car?
They wouldn't have a stolen car
That's
either,
right.
would they?
That's right. But anyway, they're going to try. This will enable law enforcement and criminal intelligence agencies to identify people and organisations whose attendance at these locations may be unauthorised or suspicious, the Liberal and National Party said. Well, there you go. So look out for number plate scanning. It's on the way if they win. Shane.
And
yes.
like every other sort of number plate reading kind of product, it can be easily get around by putting hairspray on the number plate.
Oh, thanks for that tip. That's
reflective.
Apparently, I've never actually tried it. Apparently, you
sure.
put things like hairspray on your number plate, and the speed camera doesn't pick it up, and things like that.
Or just take them off the car.
Yeah. That's
in America, in some states in America, you don't have to have a front number plate. It's only the back number plate that you're supposed to have. On the front, you can either have nothing, or you can have, some other number plate.
Smiley face.
Well, I think the same was up here in Queensland. Like when I first moved up here, some cars were getting around with just the one, and I'm not sure if it is legal to have one now or not. But that's what was happening, and I think a few other states might have been the same. So you're probably right. What else you got, Shane? What's your best story for tonight?
Do you want me to do that now, or do you want me to save it till the end?
Do it now. That'll be right.
Have a teaser.
Yeah, do it, because I don't know what it is. I want to hear it. I'm eager.
Oh, well, I was going to leave the Foxtel one until last, but we'll do it now.
Okay. We can go later. All right.
No, we'll do it now.
Okay.
We've already told people it's coming, so we got to
do it now.
fulfill our obligation. Foxtel's TV1 and Sci-Fi to close in December. Two of Foxtel's most popular channels will go off the air at the end of the year. The owners of TV1 and Sci-Fi haven't been able to negotiate a deal with Foxtel, and the channels will close when the current deal runs out at the end of December. Media Week reported that Foxtel seems certain it can find replacements for both and keep the most popular content available to subscribers, probably obviously on different channels. Foxtel will reveal details of its new general entertainment and science fiction channels once they finalise the new content deals. TV1 and FX both allow playback to TV and tablets right now, and if you sign up to Foxtel's Play, you can watch them on your computer. But you can't watch them on your computer. Sorry about that. So you can't watch them on your computer because of a strange licensing quirk. One benefit of the upcoming changes may be improved cross-licensing that lets you both watch channels on more devices.
Yeah,
We'll just get the torrent.
Yeah. Well, that's sad to see that TV1 that's been around since I think Foxtel started. So that's going to be, that's not going to be no good. That's no good that it's going to go away. It'd be interesting to see how they do replace that channel. I think because TV1 would probably hold rights to say like Seinfeld's and Law and Orders and that. I think that's the only two shows they've got, isn't it? That's all it seems to be on.
Maxwell Smart.
Is that no? Isn't it? Is he on TV1 or is he on 111?
It's on that 111. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe the 111.
I don't have Foxtel.
No, well, Max used to be on 111. But,
Sorry about that, Chief.
Yeah, I missed it by a lot much. So, I don't know. I don't really care. As long as the new channel's got the Dukes of Hazzard on it. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Daisy.
I wonder what Daisy looks like these days.
Who knows? Who knows?
Google it.
Yeah, we could Google, have a look. Look, I don't know. The Sci-Fi channel, that's interesting. I don't know why that would be. And what do they want, though? They must want more money. They want the TV1 and the Sci-Fi channel must want more money than what Foxtel's prepared to pay. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of channels out there in there.
That's probably the underlying message, yeah.
And with the all these new digital channels, like you could get 7/2 and you can get all the old British sitcoms. Are You Being Served and One Foot in the Grave and Keeping Up Appearances. So, what do you want Fox Classics Channel 4 when you've got 7 too. And on 7, mate, you probably got another ones and Gems and everything. So, yeah, the only reason I got Foxtel is the sport. I need the NRL. I need the fix. I need Super Saturdays. But other than that, don't care. Oh, and Prisoner. But other than that, I don't care. All right, that's sad. That's no good. That is no good. All right, let me find another story from me. Oh, here's just a quick one. Amazon outage. Now, Amazon went down. And it's one of the top websites in the world with between 70 and 80 million visitors a day. Earlier this year, it suffered a 47-minute crash at the end of January. It's estimated that Amazon loses $70,000 in revenue for every minute it is offline. The time outage lasted 20 to 25 minutes, potentially costing 2 to 3 million in sales. So that's quite hefty that they're missing out on. But are they really missing out on it? Amazon Web Services appear to have been unaffected by the crash, although its control center did report error rates during the incident. Amazon is yet to comment on the outage. Now, why I say do they really lose 2 to 3 million in sales? Now, my thought process behind that is, all right, so you're down, but that 2 to 3 million, that might not have happened in that in the time that it was down. But if you want to buy something, you'll buy it when it comes back up. So the 2 to 3 million is just delayed. Does anyone agree with that or disagree?
Yep, it'll still happen.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I was looking at a picture of someone suffering a bad case of middle-aged spread.
We found Daisy Jig for him.
All right. Oh, we might not be able to show that one.
Age well.
She doesn't.
You can show it. She just didn't age well. That's all.
Poor Daisy.
Yeah, no, people are just going to
the
buy
face
their
is the
Amazon
rest of them.
stuff a bit later.
Yeah.
If you wanted that thing, or maybe you have a quick look at eBay or something. But a lot of because of the deals they've got in America, people are addicted to their Amazon. You can get next day delivery, Super Express stuff. You can get your subscriptions and get all your bulk TV movie watching and all this sort of stuff. So people are just going to wait a couple of hours and they'll come back and buy it just like you said.
Yeah, so they probably go 2 to 3 million people ringing up going, you cost us money, but really, no, not really. It's just delayed. Now,
I saw a story, and I don't know if you guys have got it or not, and I didn't put it in because I thought one of you guys would have it, where Google went down during the week as well.
For a few minutes, yeah.
They did.
Yeah, and took about 40% of the internet traffic with it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Friday afternoon, US Pacific Standard Time. Almost all of Google services around the world went down. As a result, global internet traffic did drop, as Shane said, by 40%. Yeah, that's huge, isn't it? That's internet traffic dropping by 40% just because Google goes down. That's...
if you can't Google it, it doesn't exist.
True. Very, very true. Now, I'll tell you what won't be existing after 2014, or as in the Microsoft's dreams it won't exist anymore, is XP. They're sort of they've been a hard road shuffling this thing into the grave, but hopefully they think it's finally going to get there. The XP ends...
Finally going to XP off.
That's right. XP will retire, will die, hopefully not gracefully, next year at the end of... on April 8th, not even the end of April 8th, 2014. Now, Microsoft is intensifying its efforts, asking users to get out of XP. XP started back in April 2001. So after April 8 next year, Windows XP Service Pack 3 customers will no longer receive new security updates, non-security hotfixes, free or paid assisted support options, or online technical updates. I wonder what happens to all these people that used to work there doing, hello, XP? Any new vulnerabilities discovered in Windows XP after its end of life will not be addressed by Microsoft. So if you're on XP, you've got to get off. And if you're on XP, because otherwise you're just going to be a little haven, aren't you? Your little computer's going to be a haven for botnets.
Going to be part of the botnet, yeah.
That's right, yeah. It's afterlife. It's the computer now. Its afterlife is a botnet, part of a botnet.
Yep.
Metamorphose. Now, according to a study conducted in April by VMware, 64% of enterprise-sized companies still haven't migrated off XP. It's enormous amounts. 64% of enterprises It's huge. The same goes for 52% of mid-sized firms and 61% of SMBs. Now, common challenges such as end-user downtime, data loss, migration failures, and effort. Oh, poor old effort to upgrade remote employees. In addition, cost is an impediment. Gartner, whoever they are, some little survey firm apparently, has estimated that based on a 10,000 PC environment, the expense of migration is between $1,200 and $2,000 per machine. Wowzers. So I think, look, there's still government agencies in Australia with XP. And yes, I don't think there's any XP in
Queensland
this.
Health.
Probably. Well, after the... No,
3.11.
yeah, they've got to go backwards. You got to go back before you go forwards. They're going back to 3.1. Now, yes. So XP. Is there, you guys got any XP machines? I haven't. Haven't. And
Years.
yeah, and the good thing about it is that if you've got a machine that is running XP, just go and put 8 on it. It'll work. It'll work. 7 will work. Windows 7 will work. Windows 8 will work. Look, and because Windows 8 is out, you go on eBay, you probably get Windows 7 for a fair price. So just upgrade and take the advantage of upgrading and format the machine at the same time. Like, take it on. Take it all on.
Back up first.
Yeah, well, you got to back it up, but take it on. Take it on. And don't forget your emails if you're using Outlook on the desktop. Because that's one of the things that I always used to forget to back up. And you go, oh, no. All right.
That's why it's more webmail now.
That's right. Well, look, where are you going to take us? What
Going to take us
joyride?
over to Western Australia. Do we know anyone from there?
We do. Shane, what do you got going for us?
Over in Western Australia, iiNet's
Oh.
new $79 unlimited quota plan called Jiver. It's going to be challenge the cut rate ISPs TPG and Dodo with a new $79 broadband and telephone package offering unlimited broadband quota, and it'll be marketed under the new brand dubbed Jiver.
Jiver.
So you get ADSL 2 plus broadband connection, unlimited broadband data, all local and national landline calls, and a wireless modem. And here's one we prepared earlier.
Nice. Wow. Well, there you go. So $79 a month, 24-month plan. Can't you do unlimiteds now? Doesn't TPG do unlimiteds?
Yes, that's why this is taking on TPG and Dodo, who have unlimited plans.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. Yep, cool. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I thought you were passing there just before that story. I thought you were...
No, iiNet's in Western Australia. It's where it started.
Cool. Shane, you're in Western Australia.
Yes. It actually started as a company called Ferntree.
Who iiNet did?
I believe. Yeah.
I wonder what's behind the
all
II.
right, so I was just scrolling up to have a look at the other stories just to make sure I was going to steal someone else's thunder.
That's all right. You steal away.
No, that's all right. I will go with the next story will be Aussie's pirate Breaking Bad more than anyone else on earth.
No.
Australians, tell you, we're good at everything. Australians top the charts for the most notorious pirates of Breaking Bad on the planet. Aussie. According to the Torrent Freak. Aussies top the charts for illegal downloads, downloaders pulling the returned episode of Breaking Bad with 16.1% of the world's traffic coming from within Australia. We weren't too far ahead of the pack, however, with the US coming at 16%. So really just pipped them, but that's right, a win's a win. Followed by Canada, followed by Canada at 9%. Australia's most pirate-happy city in the Breaking Bad return was Melbourne, with 1 in 20 illegal downloaders living there. While second place was claimed by Sydney with 1 in 30, and it doesn't say about who the rest are. This isn't the first time Australia has set world records for piracy. Almost every successive return of Game of Thrones. Apparently we download that like there's no tomorrow. The latest piracy figures come from both Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad have been fast-tracked to Australian screens just hours after release. So even though they've been fast-tracked, hours later, we're still hell-bent on downloading pirated copies of them for some reason.
Well, maybe it's to... why would that be? Maybe people just don't like watching the ads, yeah. But I'll tell you another reason that it could be is that sometimes, now you might disagree and you might tell me that I'm wrong, and I'll take that. But I reckon sometimes that you can download a pirated version of something and it's a better quality than what you'll get off the TV even. Can you believe that? I reckon.
Particularly if you're on Foxtel, they compress the heck out of all their channels to try and squeeze as much as they can through there.
Yeah, but even like with the say Doctor Who as an example comes to mind. So that's on ABC One, where that's ABC One doesn't pump out 1080p, and then I think the BBC. I'm not sure. Does the BBC? But they pumping out a high. I'm not sure what the BBC pumps out. But anyway, I've looked at a couple of side by side, and I reckon that sometimes you can get a better quality from the BBC from the download. I mean, but that doesn't worry me. I'll wait for the. It's fast tracked. I don't wait a week. And what last year was only a day. And Dexter, it's not worth downloading. Like it's on in the US. Probably our time, Monday morning, something like that. And it's on Foxtel at 4:30 that afternoon. So why would you bother? You
can PVR and time shift it anyway. So
that's right, because that's what we've done. We set the Foxtel to record at 4:30, watch it at 9:30. Well, then it's repeated at 9:30 anyway. But then we can watch it at 9:30. I don't know.
And skip the ads.
That. Yeah, maybe I don't know why we do that. But anyway, we do.
I think we've discovered a flaw in your plan.
But maybe we'll watch it at 8:30 or whatever. I don't know, but that's what we do. So a little insight there in our chaotic Foxtel recording regime. All right, now let's have a look and see what else that I have here. Let's go with done that. Oh, Sony. Sony names the PlayStation 4 launch date. So all the gamers, they'll be all getting excited, won't they? Now, this launch date is, I'll tell you, North America on the 15th of November and Europe on the 29th of November. Sony said that there have already been more than 1 million pre-orders of its new console worldwide. It added that a total of 32 countries would be able to buy the PS4 during the Christmas holiday season. So that, you would imagine, would be us. Previously unannounced PS... Yeah, sorry?
I was going to say, what's that stick-looking thing? Is that their equivalent of the Kinect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the, I don't know what they call that.
The Eye.
The Eye. Oh, that's right, the Sony Eye. Now, Eye. Previously unannounced PS4 titles unveiled in Germany include Shadow of the Beast. And that's a reboot of the 1980s. Oh, the Commodore Amiga title. As a Sony exclusive, Shadow of the Beast. Welcome back. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. A post-apocalyptic game from the UK-based developers of Cult Little Dear Esther. Right. And Minecraft. The landscape.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's the landscape building title, which has already been a hit in the Xbox 360 and PCs and tablets, no doubt. I don't know what it is, but my kids can't get enough of Minecraft. They network their little tablets together and away they go. Digging, building, fighting, dying, whatever they want to do. So, yeah.
That's where I live, my Minecraft server. It's all coming to the Vita as well.
The Vita. Is that the little
PlayStation Vita, their little portable device they got coming out.
And I think that I read that they're not been going too well. They've dropped it $50. So look for a price drop in that as well. Did they drop the price on those?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what
PlayStation
it was.
3 and 4 and the Vita are all been announced to get Minecraft, which is awesome.
Right. Okay, cool. Shane, you got another one? Boris, please.
I do.
Please and thank you.
All right. Snowden reportedly started stealing spy documents while working at Dell. Unnamed United States officials and other anonymous sources told Reuters about the Dell connection. They say that Snowden started downloading information about the government spy program as early as April 2012 when he was working at Dell. It appears that the NSA was one of Dell's clients at the time, and Snowden managed to win access to the documents about the NSA's collecting information from fiber optic cables, including transoceanic cables. A Dell spokesman told Reuters, "We are honouring our customers' request that we do not comment on this matter." So they've already confirmed that the NSA were a customer.
Yeah, that's right. So that's exactly right. But how's that other guy, getting away from this dude, but how's Snowden? How's that other guy Manning? I think wasn't he sentenced today Bradley Manning, the WikiLeaks supplier of information. He was sentenced to like
25 years.
30, was it 35?
Yeah,
35
Yeah, 30 something.
years.
Yeah.
That's immense. He's 25 now. So what's that? He's going to be 60 when he
If they let him out after that time, yeah.
when he gets out of the can. Jeez, I wonder if he regrets what he did. Probably. But
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
yeah, oh jeez. And I saw Julian Assange. He's still holed up there in England in his little hideaway, in his little over there doing something. And I see him on the TV.
Apparently, there's a couple of senators or candidate senators that jumped ship.
Yes, yeah, they weren't happy with the democratic way that that party was run. So not they weren't casting aspersions over towards Assange, I don't think, but I think there's a couple of little power plays over here in Australia in the management side of things. As we all know, that's what goes on. All right, let's go to here we go. Now, have we all got a LinkedIn profile around here? Probably.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, we do. Oh, I do.
Warlock, why not? Never been bothered.
Just never found any use out of it.
Yeah.
I haven't used it for over a year, but I've got one.
Except for a lot of spam emails saying about people on LinkedIn.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, look, I'm on there, but yeah, you're right. I don't use it too much. But anyway, LinkedIn is dropping its minimum age for membership from 18 to 13. Why a child or a teenager would want
So
to
they
be...
can put their experience at McDonald's on there.
Children's profiles will... well, can't they wait till they're 18, then put it on? They want to wipe it for Beth. Children's profiles will have default settings making less of their personal information publicly visible with more prominent links to safety information. Nice. Support requests from child members will also be dealt with separately by Big Dog. Dr. Bernie Hogan of the Oxford Internet Institute said that the development, which takes effect on September 12, would help children differentiate between the public profile they want for employment and the personal profile they share on Facebook with their friends and family. I'm personally opposed to employers intruding on Facebook pages while screening candidates, he said. So they're still going to screen
Well, the
your
thing
Facebook
is like
page.
this: you get your funding based on how many users you've got joined into your company, and if there's not enough people joining up, take the age restriction back a few years, and we'll see if we can get some more people to join up, just who were not allowed to join before due to their age.
Yes, it's probably what's going on. But look, I don't know. I don't see why the children really do need to be jumping on LinkedIn. It'd be boring as hell for them. They're not going to be...
How are you going to become shift manager of the chip fryer if you don't have a LinkedIn profile? You're going to be
That's
stuck
right.
at junior floor sweeper for too long and saying, do you want fries with that?
Yeah.
Now, if you're on LinkedIn, shift manager, next step.
But I
Guaranteed.
don't know if LinkedIn connects with Facebook. I suppose it does somehow. Everything connects with everything, doesn't it? But what this guy at the Oxford Institute goes, he says, I'm personally opposed to employers intruding on Facebook pages while screening candidates. Well, nothing's going to change by lowering the age on LinkedIn. Like,
Got nothing to do with it.
no, employers are still going to go and scrounge around Facebook, aren't they? They're still going to go, yeah, they're going to let me look at little Sally Offnoff, and we're going to go over to Facebook and have a look what Sally's been up to. She did what at 14? Oh, my goodness. So there, and, but I don't think that's just rubbish. I think it's probably more to it than that. Facebook's Zuckerberg got his Facebook hacked. Did you see that?
Hilarious.
A Palestinian programmer has highlighted a flaw in Facebook's security system by posting a message on Mark Zuckerberg's private page. Now, this dude, Mr. Shreteh, said he had tried to use Facebook's white hat scheme, and what that does is that offers a monetary reward for reporting vulnerabilities. But poor love, they ignored him. Poor love.
Oh.
Yeah. Facebook said
Not the first time his account's been hacked.
No, probably not. Facebook said it had fixed the fault, but they're not going to be paying him any money for finding it. And I'll tell you why.
No, they suspended his account too, but the community ended up raising the money and giving it to him anyway. So,
Well, what does that?
stuff you, Facebook.
What do you mean? So they closed his account. But
Facebook closed his account and said you're not getting any money for finding a bug, even though we told everybody if you find a bug and report it, you'll get money. So the community got together and raised the money and gave it to him because they reckon he should have got it. Facebook was being stupid.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Hands up if anyone here would give money for that. Crickets. That's what I thought. What is going on?
Click on my PayPal donate link, please.
Yeah, like, why? Oh, there's some guy in Palestine. Oh, he's done his best. Let's donate him a couple of bucks. Poor love.
Yeah.
Now, apparently he wrote to Facebook's White Hat team to warn them of the glitch, providing basic details of his discovery. But, as I said, they ignored him. After a short exchange with the team, Mr. Shreter received an email saying, "I'm sorry, this is not a bug." In the post, Mr. Shreter, whose first language is Arabic, said he was sorry for breaking your privacy and post to your wall, but he had no other choice. What other choice did the poor dude have? He had to
It's
do
not a
it.
bug, it's an undocumented feature.
Yeah. After
It
being...
says Mark Mofret, Chief Technology Officer of cybersecurity firm Beyond Trust, is trying to mobilize fellow hackers to raise 10 grand to award him after Facebook refused to compensate him. He's a high school dropout self-taught hacker, as Mofret, who runs Beyond Trust, and said he's raised about 9,000 US so far, including 2,000 he initially contributed to compensate the guy for Facebook snubbing him.
Wow, that's insane. Some people, they got a lot of money. He added that, so Mr. Shret had highlighted the bug using the accounts of real people without their permission, and then because he did that, he would not qualify for the payment. I think that's their stance. So, he added that as Mr. Shret, or Facebook had added that as Mr. Shret had highlighted the bug using the accounts of real people. Yeah, so that's why they're not.
What other option did he have?
Well, that's right. Mark Zuckerberg might not be real. He thought he was a puppet or something. I don't know. But
Just give him a job.
But look, we have a Facebook page. Did you know that? We have it, and it's at facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And
No way.
yes, way. It's been there.
Don't hack it.
It's been there for ages. Yeah, Mr. Shreter, stay away. So you can find us there every day. I'll put up an iOS app that's free for that day, and Warlock over there, there, he will put on a Android app that's free for that day. So there's plenty to go and see on the Facebook. You can, excuse me, you can find links to the shows that get uploaded to YouTube and all that sort of goodness. So if we haven't mentioned it before, you don't know, our YouTube is youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and we are now streaming live to YouTube. Beautiful. And also, don't forget the Aussie Mac Zone, Tuesday nights live, hopefully through YouTube as well. You can go to their webpage, aussiemaczone.com.au. You need your Apple fix. Tuesday nights, Warlock, myself, and Jason, the other Jason, is on Tuesday nights. That comes out Tuesday night, of course. All right, let's see. Where else am I going? I've got a couple of more little stories. Do you want to hear me Minecraft story?
Yeah.
My Minecraft story. All right. So this dude who created Minecraft, whatever his name is
Marcus Persson.
That's him. Minecraft, Marcus Persson shelves his new video game. Now this is apparently called. Now you might have the correct pronunciation, but as far as I can see, it's 0x10C. Is that right?
Sounds good.
Yep. The new project was previously titled 0x10C. It was to be a space-themed game set in the distant future. Mojang, the company behind Minecraft, this is how big this game is. Minecraft recorded £57 million profit in 2012 and had promoted 0x10C during its development. £57 million. So quick calculation is probably about $107 million, something like that. Mr. Pearson blamed both the high levels of interest in 0x10C and code copiers for his decision to stop working on it. I was streaming code and someone copied all the code and made their own version, he said of the new game during a live web stream. Mr. Pearson had previously said he found it weird that he had made so much money out of the game and told his web stream audience that he would no longer work on such high-profile projects. He's out. He's finished. 57 million in the bank. Thanks very much. I'm out of here. I'm just going to make small games that hopefully you guys like instead of trying to do something that was going to have big mass appeal. But I guess when Minecraft started, he probably thought, well, look at this graphic, unintensive game. No one will want. So it probably started off as a little game. As but that's a lot of money because 57 million. I know it costs a bit on the PC, doesn't it? It's about $40 to buy on the PC.
26.
Oh, okay. But on the tablets, I think it's about $7. So
Yep.
it's not like it's not a big costing game. And I'd like to see you'd be able to play the same game across devices, like across PC and tablets. I think
That sort of thing is coming.
Oh, okay. Because that would be good.
Yeah. Not between like consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, but PC and the tablets and stuff should be eventually able to be linked. They're working on that.
Yeah, right. That's good. Oh, Steve will be in more places at once. Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So how long have you been playing the Minecraft for, Walt? You've been going crazy with it, haven't you?
Probably about a year and a half. I've got my own server now at obsidianloft.com. If you go to the website www.obsidianloft.com, you'll be able to see pictures and how to get to our server and hop on, have a few games. We've got a Hunger Games plug-in, so you can play it just like the movie. Skyblocks Infected is a fun game where one person gets to become a zombie and they chase after the others and try and infect them and turn them into zombies as well. So quite a lot of fun.
Yes. So So that's unreal, is it? So what is the? Is there an end to the game, or does it just keep building?
Yeah, you end up dying of boredom.
There's actually a world called The End because
Right.
a lot of people complained that there was never any ending to it. So they coded in a place called The End, and you need to get several pieces of things through the game. You collect those, put them together in a square formation, and it creates a portal to the end. And you jump through there, and there's a giant dragon that's really huge, takes up all your screen, that flies around in circles, and they've got a circle of pillars all around the dragon with energy cubes on the top. And if you try and hit the dragon, which you mostly have to do with shooting arrows and such at him, he draws energy from the cubes and then gets his health back, and he's got a ton of health anyway. So the idea is to shoot the energy cubes first and destroy them, and then he can't recharge, and then you go after the dragon and kill him, and then there's a great big long mini story that scrolls slowly by for about 5 or 7 minutes or something, telling you the story of Minecraft and who made it, and thanks to everybody and all that.
So is this a desire of yours to get there, or you think you're going to find enough fun just trying to?
I've been there. You can in Minecraft you can switch to what's called creative mode, that gives you access to all of the objects and all the stuff in the game, and gives you invulnerability. So you can create an end portal in 20 seconds, and then jump through it, and then go through there and fly around with
Right.
invulnerability, and eventually kill the dragon after many attempts. Of course, not as fun as getting all your friends together to take on the dragon, but you can get there and find out what it's like just to try it out.
The only game I ever finished was the thing Dragon's Lair, if you remember that game. That's the only thing that I have actually finished. That was the first game on like Laserdisc, I think it was. And I remember that being installed down at the bowling alley down there at Tweed.
I played and saw that. That was great.
Yeah, and I think it was
Came out
like
on the Amiga too.
yes. I think I got it on the PC. I got the disc here. I haven't installed it for ages, but
Floppy disk.
no CD. It is on a CD. But the thing with the Dragon's Lair is that it was a strange sort of a game because it was all planned moves. So if you say it went in scenes. So the first scene, if the moves were forward, left, forward, right, forward, back, forward, left. Say now if
It was mostly about timing, right?
Yeah, and timing. But if you moved not in that order, well, you die. So the only way that obviously that you knew how to do it was to play an immense amount of games, or there's a cheat sheet that came out and we just memorized it all, and away we went. Got the girl at the end or whatever he was after. Old Dirk, I think his name was, wasn't it? Old Dirk, the Dragon Slayer. But yeah, good old Dragon Slayer. Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, that's right. I remember Space Invaders down there as well. I remember all those old arcade games,
Way back when I was a lad.
Yeah, black and white Space Invaders. I remember the
I had Space Invaders on my VZ200. I used to load it off the cassette and play it on there. It was fantastic.
Oh, sweet. And that's not a cassette as in a cartridge. That is a cassette as in audio cassettes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bloopity boop.
Do you remember the Space Invaders that it was a black, because the monitor was black and white. That's why they were black and white. And but they had the black and white monitor, but they put coloured cellophane over the screen.
Yeah.
And then
the different colours.
That's right. The amazing wonders of outer space, eh? Oh, geez, I loved it.
And a technical thing about that trivia is that the enemy ships were programmed to move at the same speed constantly, and it wasn't designed to just speed up as it got further down the screen. But that was a limitation of the technology at the time. When it was moving first, it was moving so many aliens across the screen that was moving slowly. But as you shot them, it had less and less to move, and by the time it got down to the bottom, due to the timing of only moving one ship at a time, by then it just happened to go faster. And when they were playing it, they said, "Oh, that's a really cool feature. We might leave that in."
Yeah. Well, I thought it was too, because there's only one little dude left. You got to make him harder to get, haven't you? But like that games that bore probably people today. Like Asterix. Oh, you remember Asterix? It was just like a line game. You just made boxes on the screen.
That little thing going in circles.
Quicks. That's right. Quicks.
Quicks.
Yeah.
QIX.
Is that? Yeah, I think that's the one.
He's talking about asteroids and quicks. They're not the same game.
Oh, it's a long time ago. Look, back when I was a kid, I remember the pinball machines. They were all mechanical.
Williams.
Around like that. The numbers
I had this
round.
favourite one that I used to play, and it had this little head in there, this guy who talked to you. And you had to try and hit the ball into his face, and he'd be going off at you like, "Hey, stop that! Hey, stop hitting me in the face!" And you had a clock in there, and eventually the clock would go around to midnight, and then you had to try and get the ball into his mouth, and that got him really angry, and he started yelling at you, and he spits the ball out, and he's like, "Right, that's it," and then he comes up to you. It was really cool. I've actually got it on the Xbox. They've got all the games on a pinball game there, and you can download new ones, that sort of thing.
It wasn't our head.
It was in a story that I was going to do last week, and we never got to. But pinball was illegal in a lot of American states up until fairly recently.
Hey, really?
Yeah, it was. I can't remember the exact dates and everything, but basically, one of the states, even as recent as 2006, pinball was illegal, but back in the 70s, it was illegal everywhere because it was classed as gambling. It wasn't a game of skill. And it was one guy who was a journalist, a tech journalist, or video game gaming journalist back in the 70s. He actually played a game of pinball in front of Congress or some political kind of committee and proved to them that it was actually a game of skill. And how he did it was, he played on two different machines just to sort of prove that it wasn't just a one-off kind of thing. But he actually said to the people, he says, "Okay, my next shot is going to go down the middle channel of the pinball thing," and because it did that, they obviously said, "Okay, obviously this is actually now a game of skill. It's not a game of chance. So therefore, it's not gambling, and it's okay to have pinball machines."
How could it be?
That point, it was illegal.
But how could it be gambling? Like, you're not getting any return from it, are you? Except fun. That's the only return that you get from it. So I can't see how it was. I know there's some strange rules and stuff go on, but I've got a penny machine. It just doesn't work at the moment. It's called Vector, and it apparently was I think it might have been the first multi-ball or the first. I don't think it was the first talking machine. I think the first talking machine was a machine called Gorga. And,
okay.
There's a dude and he just goes Gorga. That's pretty much all he said.
Yeah, I looked it up. The pinball game I used to play is called Funhouse, and the little guy inside there is called Rudy.
Oh yeah, Rudy.
He had a really bad attitude, and he'd be telling you off, and you kept trying to smack him in the mouth with the ball. It was great fun.
Yeah, I've had a few pennies over the time. I think I liked Space Invaders, the wide board Space Invaders. There was I don't know, half a times as wide as a normal pinball machine.
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug.
I love Dig Dug. That was great.
That wasn't a penny, though. You mean
No.
Yeah, that was it.
Talking about other old games.
Yeah, that was a good one. He goes, something like that.
Well, talking about pinballs, one of my all-time favorites was the Addams Family.
Oh, yes.
Apparently, that is the most expensive pinball machine, the Adams Family one.
Yeah,
I believe
right.
that because of all the stuff it's got in there. When it's got the electromagnets that grab your ball and start spinning it around in the middle of the game, and then shoot it off somewhere and stuff like that. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm just gonna search for this Dig Dug theme. I want to play it. I
I
love it.
took my daughter last year to Port Macquarie, and they had a laser tag and indoor rock climbing place there. And for $20 on Saturday night, you go there, and they've got all the lights turned off, and it's got like fluoro everywhere and luminescence and stuff like that. And she went and played laser tag the whole night with friends, and they had the Addams Family pinball machine. So I was happy they could do all the kids stuff.
What are the
I didn't care. I had the Addams Family. I was happy.
what are the pennies charging you these days? Like $2, a
A
dollar?
couple of bucks.
Yeah, and because I used to always hate the pennies that you put your 20 or 40 or dollar in or whatever, and you only get 3 balls. I hated them.
Yeah.
I always liked your 5 balls. But look, I
Right,
found your little Dig Dug. This looks like an updated version, but we'll give it a bit of a burl, see how it goes. Can you hear that?
Yep.
There we go.
The one I just
think
sent
he's
through is
stuck.
the pinball game I used to play.
Oh, okay. I don't think I can get it off that chat. Sorry. Yes. All right. Woo. There we go. No, there we go. Or well, as you could probably tell, we're at the end of the show. We've got no more stories. We've just been banging on about reminiscing about the old days, eh? How good were they? All right. Where'd you grow up, Warlock? In New South
I
Wales?
grew up on the mid-north coast of New South Wales,
Oh, yeah, so what's that like? Coffs Harbour? Somewhere there.
a bit below that, Taree.
Oh yeah, and Shane, you've been in Perth for a while.
Yeah, no, born and bred, Perth.
Oh right, nice. No, looking at that, moving away. You like it over there?
Yeah, it's I probably lived here more out of habit than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if the opportunity came up,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and I
nice.
don't know if I was offered, a job or something in New South Wales or Queensland or on the Gold Coast,
Yeah,
Glenn, on the Gold Coast.
yeah. Well, I might be able to put you
He
in
can
touch.
be one of those geeks guys.
Yeah, I might be able to put you in touch with Queensland Health. They might, they might be looking for someone. But look, but apart from all that, we are at the end of the show. And yeah, so thanks for joining us. So you can follow us at Facebook, like our Facebook page. That's, as I said, facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads. Don't forget the Shoutcast Radio. It's got heaps of shows. It's got our show. It's got the Aussie Max Zone. It's got techwebcast.info. And go and check those guys out too at techwebcast.info. They've got a great little podcast that comes out weekly, I think Saturday. I think sometimes they stream it live as well. No, I don't think they stream video, but I think they might stream audio live. I can't remember. But check out their site. And because they've got a guest on every week, and that's pretty good. It's sometimes there's the little gems of information you can glean from people otherwise unknown. So it's not too bad. What else is there? That's about it, I think. Don't forget the Aussie athwebhosting.com.au and all the other goodness that goes with it. So send us an email and let us know what you think. And if we can do anything better, or if you want something included that we're not doing at the moment, why not? Tell us, and we'll endeavour to get something sorted. So, all right, then, that's it. See you later, Warlock. See you on Tuesday.
See you next week.
For the Zone.
See you Tuesday.
See you, Shano.
No worries. I'll see you guys.
See you next week. And that's it. And if we're all still here, you'll see me next week if I still got hair with all this streaming issues. But until then, bye-bye.
Bye.